I want to quickly talk to you about Debt Payoff Planner versus Monarch Money versus Copilot. Of course, I'm speaking about budgeting apps today. Okay, so here are the budgeting apps I want you to pay attention to. I first want to talk about Debt Payoff Planner. So when you think about Debt Payoff Planner, I want you to think about a great choice if you are looking to become debt free, but would like to outsource the heavy lifting of preparing a plan. In other words, you don't have time, or you don't have the skill set, or you don't have the capability to actually sit down and really concoct actually an Excel sort of report that can help you pay off your debt. So basically, Debt Payoff Planner, as the name implies, will actually help you there. Okay. So think about Debt Payoff Planner as a personal finance tool that helps create a debt repayment plan for you and saves you some of the tedious legwork associated with strategizing such a plan. And the debt tracker shows you the amount that should be paid off every single month for each debt. So it does it actually by debt, so debt by debt. So that's really good. And so if you can do this, you will never go off track with your debts. So not only does Debt Payoff Planner provide a summary of your debt picture, like the total amount owed by you and your total monthly payments, but it also shows you the expected month that you'll become debt free, so you will never lose sight of the end goal. That's really good, because then you know there is light at the end of the tunnel, really. Okay, and Debt Payoff Planner does it in a very scalable, in a very methodical way. So you can see things with charts, you can see things with reports in a pretty methodical way. And using Debt Payoff Planner is relatively easy, and the UI is user friendly also. You can download the free app for both iOS and Android phones. However, users of the Pro version can only access the website version. So this is something, if you want to go with the website version, you have to pay for stuff, okay? Now, the Pro version does offer a bang for your buck, and it's worth shelling out the extra money for when you really think about it, especially if you're serious about actually tackling your debt this year, okay? And so in terms of cost, here, the ad-free Pro version will cost you $2 per month, okay, which is pretty decent when you think about it. So for $2 a month, what are you getting? Let's talk about the Debt Payoff Planner features, the key features you want to really think about this year. One thing for sure, basically you have different payoff strategies on the Pro feature. So this is actually a Pro feature. So basically you have the debt snowball method, you have the debt avalanche method, you have the debt snowflake, or a custom plan that actually like a hybrid of all those plans. It's all about actually having different possibilities, and the Debt Payoff Planner app helps you there, okay? You also have unlimited debt and payments. You have, so again, everything I'm telling you is available on the Pro plan. So unlimited debt and payments. You can add up to 10 different types of debts in the free version, but there's no upper cap in the paid Pro version. Likewise, you can keep track of an unlimited number of payments. You can also set up payment reminders for upcoming payment plans that you'll receive through email. So this is really cool. Also, you have the strategy chooser. So that's also available on the Pro plan. So the strategy chooser makes it very easy to determine the best payoff method. So once you have input your debt information and the date you would like to be debt free, the Debt Payoff Planner will provide you with the best strategy to achieve your goal. So that's really good. And what it does is that it will compare debt snowball versus debt avalanche, and you can then choose whatever plan works best for you. You have all the charts, so this is really good. So in a pretty graphical way, in a pretty methodical way. Okay, so that payoff planner is really best for you if you have trouble finding and sticking to the best plan to repay debt this year. So in addition to its feature-rich services, the app also points out articles on how to pay off student loans, auto loans, and credit cards faster. Also, there are some tips on credit card balance transfers and strategies for debt consolidation. So in terms of pros and cons, when you think about Debt Payoff Planner, the pros, you don't need an account to use its services. The Pro version is very feature rich, and the app provides access to free educational content. On the flip side, actually, you have limited features in the free version. You have access through a web browser is limited to Pro version users, and you can't link your bank account to the app for direct payments, and hence updates have to be made manually in the app. So this could be a little problematic for some people who are always on the go. So what about Monarch Money? Let's talk about Monarch Money. This is the second tool I want to review into this conversation. So when you think about Monarch Money, I want you to think about a budgeting app that can help you do a lot of things. Okay, so Monarch Money actually it's pretty good if you want something more comprehensive, something more convoluted, because basically in terms of Monarch Money, you have standout features such as a net worth tracker, investment portfolio tracking, goal creation and progress tracking, budgeting and expense tracking. So you have a lot of stuff that really comes into play, okay? But you can categorize your expenses, but you can also modify things as you go along. You can also link to bank accounts. You can link to credit cards. You can link to investment accounts such as the IRAs, 401ks, mortgages, and loans. So you have a lot of possibilities there. And also, this Monarch Money has an app that's available in both Android and iOS, so that's really good. So let me quickly talk to you about the pros and cons that you can have when you think about the Monarch Money. The pros: it includes easy to navigate money tracking, an easy to navigate money tracking dashboard, including actually a net worth tracker and investment portfolio tracking and breakdown. The tool easily syncs to your bank account, credit cards, and other financial accounts. It lets you actually easily create and prioritize major goals, and lets you also add collaborators like a financial advisor or partner for free. Also, you are able to track recurring expenses, so that's really fantastic. On the flip side, this tool is not free to use. There's no free version, and recommendations in the advice tab are a bit generic. Okay, so this is something to really think about, especially if you are serious about using Monarch Money really seriously. So the cost actually, Monarch Money costs $99.99 when billed per year. That's about $833 per month, or $14.99 billed monthly, which may be more than you are willing to pay for a budgeting app. But hey, listen, you got to really think about the pros and cons, what the app is offering you versus what you are getting from it. So Monarch Money actually works by syncing information from your bank, credit cards, and investment accounts. So that's really pretty straightforward, okay? And so this, by doing so, it gives you a bird's eye view of where your money goes. And you can also connect student loans, other debts, and assets like crypto, property, and vehicles. You can create a monthly budget and monitor your transactions and recurring expenses. And you can also use the app to create your net worth over time and monitor investment portfolio activity, okay? In terms of standout features, you have personalized and prioritized goals. You have zero-based budgeting. So this is really important to think about. And so Monarch Money is best for you if you are looking for a comprehensive dashboard and subscription fee, okay? If you want to, let's say you want to see all your finances at a glance, and will actually use the app to inform your decision about what to do with your money, okay? So this is really important. And so how do you sign up for Monarch Money this year? Well, you can sign up for Monarch Money on the company's website, or by downloading the app and following the prompts to include your information like your name, email address, and the app is actually available in Google Play and also in the App Store. So this is pretty straightforward, okay? And so what are some of the alternatives here when you think about Monarch Money? So besides Debt Payoff Planner and Copilot, you have other players that really compete for attention when it comes to the consumer's money. So you have Empower. You have Empower. You do have a Good Budget. Good Budget is another important player to really consider this year. So what do you think about Good Budget, for instance? Good Budget is really great in terms of allowing couples to use the envelope system digitally for budgeting and allowing also couples to track their debt and also be able to categorize their expenses. So that's really good. And what about the other one, the Empower, the Empower app? The Empower app is a budgeting and investment tool that actually tracks both your spending and your wealth. So this is kind of cool from a flexibility point of view, or even from a breadth and depth point of view. So what about Copilot here? So when you think about Debt Payoff Planner versus Monarch Money versus Copilot, what should you be thinking about Copilot? So Copilot actually is pretty good in terms of capability, that's for sure, okay? And so basically, when you think about Copilot, think about it, web, mobile, and Windows apps. Think about a tool that creates images, text, code, and knowledge answers, summarizes up-to-date information, and really it's best when it comes to having up-to-date web information, really. And Copilot does a great job in terms of helping you actually manage your money in a pretty methodical way, by the way. And so this is kind of cool. But Copilot actually uses artificial intelligence to really sort of manage your money on your behalf. I mean, not on your behalf, but help you manage your cash. So this is really important to think about it that way. And Copilot does a great job in terms of helping you get your cash real fast and also analyze your money in a pretty methodical way. So one thing you will love with Copilot is that you have the ability to constantly update your data. You are able to see your data from, let's say, from a comprehensive point of view. Okay, you can see things from a comprehensive point of view, but also see what's working and what's not working. That's the good thing is that Copilot goes a little more granular in terms of giving you insights into your business. So, for instance, you can access the data on the website. You can access the data from the app. You can access the data like on the go. So that's really fantastic. Now, one thing for sure, Copilot is constantly adding new functionalities. So what you'll realize is that as you use the tool, you might be surprised that they're adding other stuff every now and then anyway. So, but do not be surprised. They're constantly doing that. So when you think about Copilot, I want you to think about a tool that's pretty good in terms of helping you anticipate changes to your financial profile. Okay, and that's really good because when you actually think about a budgeting app, it's not just about an app that helps you, let's say, analyze what you currently have, your net worth, or even link to your bank account. You also want to have an app that really helps you forecast your financial trends, your financial life, your financial profile. And Copilot does a great job in terms of helping you. Like, think about it, like being a Copilot. So basically, helping you have the answers that you need in the first place. So that's really important. Now, Copilot is not going to go more granular than it really can, in the sense that Copilot is not going to do in-depth analysis here. Copilot is going to just make sure that you have the basic data for your finances here. So in that sense, that's really good, okay? And one thing you want to really think about here is that Copilot actually has several layers when it comes to pricing. So you have to see which pricing tier is actually good for your specific business. And one thing I want to say here is that when it comes to pricing, you have to really understand that Copilot is constantly trying to add new functionalities to actually to your plans, to your life, or what have you. So that's really important to really think about it that way. And one thing I want to say here is that you are able to get things done a lot faster, especially if you are looking for a good solution to get your financial life back in order. And Copilot will help you actually get things done faster. Now, one thing for sure, Copilot has a slight problem when it comes to, let's say, when it comes to when it comes to affordability. In other words, it's not really the cheapest products on the market. So this can, if you're looking for the cheapest tool, then you do not want to go with Copilot. Okay, and one thing for sure, you have to really understand that Copilot can really give you more information, but Copilot is not going to give you, like I said, the granularity that you might have with other tools, by the way. So when you think about Debt Payoff Planner versus Monarch Money versus Copilot, which one should you go for? What's the choice here? How do you choose the right budgeting tool this year? One thing for sure, you have to really think about affordability, security. You have to think about methodology, interface, and goal setting, right? Because you have a lot of tools, but you have to really make sure that your tool is actually the one that really syncs with your financial situation. And most importantly, you want to be able to connect with your financial institution through the tool. If you have a tool that doesn't connect with your financial institution, it's not really worth it. You have to be able to connect with your bank or your credit union or that matter so that you have a clear idea so the data can sync directly. Okay. So so you want to really think about affordability. You want to make sure that the tool is not costing that much. Okay. $10 maximum or $15 maximum per month. It's really worth it. And really, when it comes to budgeting app, what you want to do is you probably want to use it for 1 year and then ditch it. It's not about actually having a tool that you pay for every single month anyway. It will not be worth it. Also, think about security. So, given the sensitive nature of financial information, security is essential when choosing a budgeting app. So, ensure that the app employs enhanced security protections such as encryption, multi-factor authentication, and regular updates and notifications to protect your financial data actually from any unauthorized access. Also, you want to ask yourself, what kind of methodology does the budgeting app use, right? Because the thing is that the app is going to give you results, but for you to trust those results, you have to be pretty sure that there is a certain sort of correlation between what you have with the data that the app is offering you. Also, think about the interface. So you want to have user-friendly, intuitive design so that you can navigate the app easily, saving you, let's say, time and frustration. So look for apps that allow you to quickly input transactions, set budgets, and track your spending without a steep learning curve, okay? And some apps even offer interactive tutorials to guide you through the setup process. So that's really good. So what's our selection here? So you have Debt Payoff Planner versus Monarch Money versus Copilot. Which one should you go for? Well, the choice is pretty simple. You want to go for Monarch Money, okay? Because Monarch Money has the best offer. Debt Payoff is more for paying off debt, whereas Copilot is something in between. But the best of all those three is Monarch Money. So the bottom line here is that to this conversation, I spoke to you about Debt Payoff Planner, Monarch Money, and Copilot. I gave you the budgeting apps, the choice, the selection, and the bottom line. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.